church here, free snow cones. So if you're interested in handing out snow cones, let me know. You get to kind of connect with the community and also watch a parade. So that's fun. And then they have the t-shirts for the church on display out there that you can buy. Also, I don't think this one's out there. This is another one that's available on the store. So if you're interested in checking out the t-shirts, they're out there today. A couple things, faith in action. Also your pledge drive. If you haven't filled out your pledge form, please think about that and get that in. Faith in Action has a couple things available and coming up this Thursday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at the Dean and Barbara White Community Center in Maryville. Frank Mervan is having a healthcare town hall. So the Interfaith Action Network that we're a part of is hoping to get as many people out there to discuss with Representative Mervan our concerns about healthcare in the area, including like Medicaid and SNAP cuts, medical debt. So if you have stories to tell about that, Interfaith Action would appreciate it if you could come to this town hall on Thursday and just put your perspective on what's going on with healthcare in our area. Also, I have postcards out there to sign if you want to write to the lieutenant governor or the governor. Recently, the lieutenant governor has attacked the religion of Islam, said that he hates the religion of Islam, and the governor declared this month Nuclear Family Month instead of Pride Month. So I have the only thing more powerful than hate is love postcards out there addressed already to the lieutenant governor. Just put them there on the little side table next to the couch. If you do fill one out, just throw it back in the bin. I'm going to mail them all in bulk. I'm going to take them to a couple other meetings and mail them all in bulk to them. Also, the Save Briar East Woods has a letter that they're sending to Pete Buttigieg to try a last-ditch effort to see if Pete Buttigieg would join with the Save Briar East Woods in condemning the Governor's Parkway project as it is environmentally destructive and quite a bit of taxpayer money for a project that a lot of people feel is not necessary. So this will be out there as well. If you could just print your name on it if you want to sign it, because they're going to digitally sign everybody's name on the letter and send it in. So that's it. Thank you.
I just want to tell our friends that are here that come and see us almost every Sunday or just once in a while that we will be doing a new member orientation within a month or so after Reverend Cathy gets back from her vacation. So if you're interested in becoming a member, either contact her or me or Sandy, and we'll try to get everybody together at a good time when she gets back. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Thank you. We have sound. All right. Oh, it's good to be together again. The invocation this morning is written by Sherry Woodbury. It's called A Medley of Delight. Like wildflowers in a field, we mingle here in a tapestry of human shades and shapes. Today is for celebrating diverse community. Each one brings unique beauty to our human bouquet. Together, we mimic the medley of color, scent, and texture found in abundant nature. Together, we witness that difference is delightful, something not to be feared, but something to be treasured. Welcome to the Flower Ceremony Sunday. Come, let us worship together. Please rise and body your spirit and join me in singing hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth. Did you walk off with my sermon?
For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love
And the story this morning is called Wanda's Roses. I think we have slides. Yep, there we are. Okay. One morning in May on the way to school, Wanda noticed a bush growing in the empty corner lot at Fillmore and Hudson Streets. It must have been growing for a while because it was about 2 feet tall, and Wanda was surprised she hadn't noticed it before. But there it was, bare and thorny, and Wanda, who loved beautiful things, felt her heart beating fast. "A rose bush," she said. "My very own rose bush." Now, the rose bush didn't really belong to Wanda, but since nobody seemed to care and owned the lot, the heaps of junk were piled there, she thought she would care for this bush and make it her own. So all during school, she thought about the rose bush. During art, she drew pictures of what it would look like in bloom. And during the library, she borrowed books on arranging flowers. During science, she asked so many questions about how to care for it that her teacher finally said she really must stop asking questions about roses and start thinking about electricity, which was what the lesson was about. After school, she rushed to the rose bush. It was still bare and thorny. Maybe it needs some more sun, thought Wanda. So she put down her school bag and began dragging some of the nearby trash to the curb. Mrs. Turner, who was on her way to the store, stopped and helped her with a broken chair. "Cleaning up the neighborhood, Wanda? That's quite a nice project for you." "Oh, no, I'm not just cleaning up the neighborhood. I'm helping my rose bush get more sun so it will bloom." "Your rose bush?" said Mrs. Turner. "And where is your rose bush?" "Over there," Wanda pointed proudly to the bare, thorny bush. "Oh, Wanda, I am not sure that's a rose bush," said Mrs. Turner gently. "Well, sure it is. I've seen rose bushes in books, and this is what they look like before they bloom. You just wait. In a few weeks, this lot will be full of roses." "Well, good luck with that, Wanda." As she walked away, Mrs. Turner thought to herself, "If that's a rose bush, I'm the Queen of England." The next day after school, Wanda hurried to her rose bush, and it was still bare and thorny. "Maybe it needs more air," thought Wanda. So she put down her school bag and began taking more trash out to the curb. "Once this trash is out of here, nothing will block the air from getting to my rose bush." Mr. Claudel was on his way home from work and saw Wanda trying to drag an old door and stopped to help. "Cleaning up the neighborhood, are you, Wanda?" "Not just cleaning. I'm getting rid of trash so my rose bush will get more air." "A rose bush? Here?" So Wanda showed him the rose bush. "I don't know much about gardening, Wanda, but I don't think that's a rose bush." "Well, sure it is," Wanda said. "In a few weeks, this lot will be filled with the sweetest smelling roses you ever saw." She thanked Mr. Claudel for his help and went off to drag more trash away. And Mr. Claudel shook his head and said, "If that's a rose bush, then I'm the King of France." After school every day that week and the next, Wanda worked in the empty lot. Mrs. Giamatti, who lived in the apartment next door, gave her trash bags for old shoes, beer bottles, broken toys, bits of glass that she was picking up. "You've done a great job cleaning up this lot, Wanda," Mrs. Giamatti said. "Oh, I'm not cleaning," Wanda said. I have to get rid of this trash so my rose bush will have enough sun and fresh air to bloom." "Where is your rose bush?" Wanda showed her. And Mrs. Giovanni put her hand on Wanda's shoulder and spoke softly to her. "Wanda, this is not a rose bush." "Oh, but it is. And in a few weeks, this lot will be filled with the most beautiful roses you ever saw." The next week, when the rose bush still wasn't blooming, Wanda talked to the school librarian. "I need books about how to get roses to bloom." "Do you have a rose bush, Wanda?" Mrs. Jones asked. "Yes, but it doesn't have flowers yet, and I don't know if it has enough sun and fresh air." "Well, does it have enough water?" said Mrs. Jones. "Water," said Wanda, "of course. That will make it bloom." That afternoon, she hurried to the rose bush, and it was still bare and thorny. She looked at the ground, the dry ground. "Don't worry, little bush," she said. "I'll get you some water, and then you'll be able to grow flowers." So she went to the butcher shop across the street. "Mr. Sanchez, please give me some water for my roses." "And the rose bush, is that what I see you taking care of and talking to every day over there? Are you sure that's a rose bush, Wanda?" Yes, I'm sure, but it can't bloom because it needs water. So Mr. Sanchez gave her water in a plastic bucket. I hope that really is a rose bush, Wanda, looking at her doubtfully. You'll see, in a few weeks, that whole lot will be full of roses. And Wanda carried that water to her rose bush, and Mr. Sanchez muttered, in a few weeks, that thorn bush will still be a thorn bush. Every day, Wanda ran to her rose bush, but every day it was still bare and thorny. She watered it, sang to it, and checked its bare branches for roses. Every day, and Mr. Claudel, on his way home, stopped from work to see if there were any roses yet, and Mrs. Turner stopped on her way to the butcher shop to see if the roses were there. Mrs. Giovanni called down from the apartment to ask if there were roses, and Mrs. Jones at the library asked if there were roses. Every day, Wanda went to the butcher shop for water, and Mr. Sanchez asked if there were roses. And to each person, Wanda would answer the same thing, just wait. Soon this lot will be filled with roses. Then one day in June, Wanda had an idea. Looking at the bare thorny bush, she said, if my rose bush won't give roses to me, I'll give roses to my rose bush. And when she saw Mrs. Turner, Mr. Claudel, Mrs. Giovanni, Mrs. Jones, and Mr. Sanchez, she gave them each an invitation that said, please come for tea and muffins in Wanda's Rose Garden, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Oh dear, is she still expecting to get roses from that bush, said Mrs. Turner. Oh no, Mr. Claudel, and she's worked so hard. Oh my, said Mrs. Giovanni, she'll be so disappointed. Oh darn, Mr. Sanchez said, there must be something I can do. Oh good, Ms. Jones, who had only heard about the bush from Wanda and hadn't seen it. I'll bring the muffins. And the night before the tea party, everybody was busy. Before everyone was very busy. And Wanda, the next morning at 9, they were all surprised to see Wanda's rose bush covered with roses, paper roses that Wanda had made for herself and carefully tied to each bare thorny branch. But everyone who came to the party brought a rose bush to plant near Wanda's, except Mrs. Jones, who had bought delicious blueberry muffins. After they'd eaten their muffins and drunk their tea, they planted the rose bushes. They dug the holes, they held the roses in place, and Mr. Sanchez brought water. When the work was finished, Mr. Claudel said, Wanda, this is going to be a rose garden fit for a king or a queen, said Mrs. Turner, and Wanda and the others smiled. Later that summer, the whole lot was filled with the most beautiful, sweet-smelling roses anyone had ever seen, just as Wanda said it would always be. And that's the story. It's kind of like church, right? We have to all pitch in. Okay, you're up.
Each week, we share a portion of our Sunday offering with a social justice cause outside of our church walls. This month, we are sharing our loose change collection with Moms Demand Actions. What? Oh, I have different notes here. Okay, from the Soldiers Truth House.
Sojourner.
Yep, have to change this. All right. Donations in the baskets will go to sustaining our mission of our congregation, and donations in the cups will go to
Sojourner Truth.
Soldiers Truth House. Having trouble pronouncing words today. All right. For those of us that are not in person with us, there is a link for a one-time donation, regular donations. Would 4 volunteers please come forward to carry the baskets and cups? For your prayers, your presence, your service, your gifts, we are truthfully grateful. Thank you.
In the center of our service and in the center of our lives, let us pause to honor the silences of the world. Let us open our hearts to the place of quiet, to silent prayer for the healing of pain and the soft, gentle coming of love. This Pride Month, I would like to read a prayer written by Reverend Dr. Kimmy Floyd Reish, and it's called Beacons. Beloveds, we were never meant to hide in closets, and we were never meant to be spoken of in whispered corners by a world filled with others afraid of their own reflections. We are from the flame of Channing's truth, Olympia Brown's relentlessness, and Louisa May Alcott's defiance of societal expectations, and Thoreau's solitude of freedom. Freedom of solitude. We are here, heirs of a theology that says love is love. The soul is not gendered, that covenant live in hearts, not in courtrooms. Laws can be cruel and narrow, but our faith remains wide, widening still more until every child hears their pronouns in liturgies, and every parent of every trans child hears their entire congregation reflect back. You are not alone in the face of their fears. We have always been here, from pulpits to picket lines, and from the ancestors you called heretics to our kitchen tables, where we sat with our chosen families, speaking our truths into becoming real. This world may pass bans, overturn laws, rewrite constitutions, and threaten us, but our marriages were holy before they were licensed, and our identities were sacred before we had names. Today again and every day, bless those coming out and those staying in. Bless the drag, bless the transitioning, bless the questioning, bless the kinfolk. Bless our chosen families, and bless us, because we have faced ourselves, loved ourselves, saw ourselves, and declare we are beauty and goodness and unicorns with a bit of rainbow and a lot of heart. We gather now in the wake of their efforts to erase as a sign that we are not so easy to erase, and knowing that we are literally love becoming. We were never meant to hide. We were always meant to blaze. Let us pause for a moment of silence. I invite you now to come forward to light a candle of memory or hope, or just sit quietly as the music continues to hold you in a meditative space. For those joys and sorrows left unspoken, and for those at home, this candle is for you. And now let us fill this sacred space with the names of loved ones that we hold close in our hearts this morning, some suffering in sorrow and some celebrating in joy. The breath of nature is upon us, the spirit of life is within us, and the community of love is around us. So be it, and amen.
Joys and sorrows are a time to share personal joys that you are celebrating so that we can celebrate with you as a community. It is also a time to share personal sorrows that weigh on your hearts so that we can support one another in these times. Please keep in mind that this part of the service excludes our online members, friends, and visitors. Roz will bring around the mic. Please stand, say your name, and share your joy or sorrow. thank you to everybody who brought me lunch, who sent texts, cards, emails, calls, gave me rides everywhere. Thank you all so much for thinking of me and missing me. This community, it means a lot to me. Thank you. Now, please stay, or no, just keep seated. For the centering hymn, number 63, Spring Has Now Unwrapped the Flowers.
Spring has now unwrapped the flowers. Day is fast reviving. Life and all her growing powers towards the light is driving. Gone the iron touch of cold. Winter time and frost time. Seedlings working through the mold. Now make up for lost time. Hill and plant in winter long slumbered at measure. Now being green and strong in the growth and pleasure. All the world with beauty fills, gold the green hanging. Flowers make me among the hills, set the meadows burn, sing. Can't sing.
You did great.
Because they're free, they root where they choose and live without allergy or boundary, thrive in vacant lots and sidewalk cracks. They don't need your fussing or your lending. Because they're tough, resilient, tenacious, they're faced down some serious resistance in their day and look. They're still here. They don't care what neighbors say, don't concern themselves with the fastest beauty standards the world imposes on lawns and people or anything. They're here for the raggedy edges and the gleeful self-expressions. They side with the bees and the slugs. They walk with the rabbits and the woodchucks, with the butterflies and earthworms. They are in solidarity with things, shy things, outcast, migrants. They've been outcast and migrants themselves, so they know. Dandelions give back more than they take. They're community-minded, they make others welcome, they believe in mutual aid, they break up compacted soil, draw nutrients up from the depths to make them available to other plants, and remove toxins. They hold space against less beneficial and passive plants. And then there's the fluff. Dandelions are pretty. They grant wishes for happy children and hopeful lovers. They fling fuzzy-winged seeds out into the wind without counting the cost. Generous, uninhibited in their giving, in their love for the world, in their belief that every seed will find a home. All they ask ever is to be allowed to live. Let them live.
Today is the 103rd anniversary of the Norbert Chabrick's flower ceremony. So the story goes that 103 years ago, when he was walking through a park, Norbert Chapek was trying to come up with a ritual that might bring hope to his congregation. It was a painful time when all of Europe was at war, and when he came upon a magnificent array of colorful flowers swaying in the breeze, he thought, my people are like this, a diverse display of blossoms. And so he created the ritual of communion of flowers, explaining that we have chosen flowers, nature's most tender, common, and beautiful gift, as a symbol and a sacrament. Jason Cook writes, the flower communion was quickly embraced in the Prague church, bringing with it that missing spiritual dimension some church members had longed for. But Chapek's church was not to be blissful for long. World War II brought its devastating impact for Europe, and the Unitarians in Czechoslovakia were inevitably and profoundly affected. Cook's research revealed that while Prague was occupied by the Nazis, 2 Gestapo agents showed up at every service in Chapek's church. They reportedly were frustrated by sermons that seemed to contain subversive messages and even jibes at the occupiers. Cook's ministry, Chapek's ministry, was, with its emphasis on unity within diversity manifested in ritual, refused to alter his ministry or his principles, despite the presence of evil within his own church. His idea of unifying diversity was so prevalent in his ministry and so beautifully translated into ritual with the flower communion. This was considered radical and dangerous by the occupying Nazi forces 50 years before the European Union adopted its slogan. In 1940, Čapek was arrested by the SS, convicted of treason, and sent to Dachau concentration camp, following in the tradition of many other Unitarians in earlier years, going all the way back to the 1500s, when in Transylvania, leaders of the Unitarian movement were often imprisoned or executed. Čapek, the bright-eyed, affable 70-year-old man who was minister to up to 3,200 parishioners, was an unlikely religious martyr, but that is exactly what he would eventually become. Yet even within the walls of Dachau, where one could easily imagine losing all hope, Norbert Čapek stayed committed to Unitarian principles that led him to create the flower communion. He wrote, "I'm managing to apply my art of living principles," in a letter he wrote to send home. Amongst the starvation and punishments of the camp, eyewitnesses discussed how Čapek remained in good spirits, even helping others feel a connection to God despite the abuses that they felt. While it might have been natural in the atmosphere of the stark, haunting realities of Dachau for Čapek to dismiss his own flower communion as trite or insignificant, eyewitness accounts told a different story. Fellow prisoners described how Čapek oversaw a flower communion in the camp, using a classical writing style Bert Clow recounts. And one Sunday, being no flowers in that barren place, the prisoners brought stones and twigs, which were blessed by Čapek. And there was much joy among the multitude. On October 12, 1942, Čapek was put to death in the gas chamber. The Third Reich documents explicitly state that it was too dangerous for him to be allowed to live. Teresa Schwartz wrote this about the flower communion. Čapek was a visionary minister with a church ahead of its time, a bold church, a church thinking beyond its doors, beyond what it thought was possible. It was a church that was willing to take risks, to make tough decisions, and to bear disappointment, and to build a new way, first by building a church, and that church that could build up the world. And that is our church. That was Čapek's church. The Nazis killed Norbert Čapek, but his spirit and courage and commitment live on today. And those qualities have now been passed on to us. And it's up to us to make them real in this world today when so much is threatened. And what we're about to do right now is not a historical reenactment of something that was done, but an affirmation of our community and with the generations of struggle for ever-widening beauty. So the spirit of the flower communion is not to choose a flower, but to receive a flower. And so this morning I'm going to ask you to come forward in a line, and I will give you a flower. It will be this gift to you, and then I want you to choose a flower and turn around and give it to the person behind you. And so be sure that you look at them, and you can say a blessing, or you can just give a blessing with your eyes. We'll have a little noodling music, mood music, and let's go. You just need to let them. So we'll come up through the center aisle and then find your way back and on the sides, either side. Lucy. This one's for you. Now you pick one and give one to your mama. Oops, she didn't do it. She didn't do it. Okay. You take one and give it to the person behind you. That's her. Yeah, whatever one you want. There's plenty, take them all. Do you need to, oh, sure. Is that what you want? Now you pick one to give to somebody behind you. Pick a rose, pick something to give to behind you. To Cindy. Okay. It's okay. May the meaning and message of the flower communion be alive in our hearts, inviting us to be faithful partners to the creation of beloved community and guide us towards right relationship with all our neighbors, near and far. Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing hymn number 66, When the Summer Sun is Shining.
When the summer sun is shining over the golden land and sea, and the flower in the hedgerow welcome butterfly and bee, then my open heart is glowing full of warmth for everyone, and I feel an inner beauty which reflects the summer sun. When the summer clouds of thunder bring along the weighted rain, and the thirsty soil is moistened and the grass is green again, then I long for summer sunshine, but I know that clouds and tears are a part of God's refreshment to the corners and fears. In the cool of summer evening, when the dancing insects play, and in the garden, street, and meadow linger echoes of the day, then my heart is full of yearning, hopes and memories flood my home, of being reaching inwards to the corners of my soul.
I invite you now to join me in reciting the words on the screen or in your order of service to accompany our extinguishing of the chalice. We extinguish this flame,
But not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. The benediction is actually a prayer by Rabbi Harold Kushner. Let the rain come and wash away the ancient grudges, the bitter hatreds held and nurtured over generations. Let the rain wash away the memory of hurt and the neglect. Let the sun come out and fill the sky with rainbows. Let the warmth of the sun heal us wherever we are broken. Let it burn away the fog so that we can see each other clearly, and so that we can see beyond labels, beyond accents, gender, or skin color. Let the warmth and brightness of the sun melt our selfishness, so that we can share the joys and feel the sorrows of our neighbors. And let the light of the sun be so strong that we will see all people as our neighbors. Let the earth, nourished by the rain, bring forth flowers to surround us with beauty. And let the mountains teach our hearts to reach upward to heaven. Amen. Blessed be. So be it. So it looks like we have flowers left over. Before you go home, you can add to your flower, make a little bouquet. And please stay for the annual meeting. We're going to have a nice snack. So join us in the fellowship hall for some lunch, and then come back here at 12:45, Michelle? Yes, 12:45. 12:30.